that'll happen at 47. When do you expect that to happen, or do you think they could successfully drive it back down? How is the empire going to strike back?
Well, they're going to go. They have to just choose either J.P. Morgan lives, or they're going to have to completely sacrifice the dollar and the Federal Reserve Bank. And it's all going to go down the toilet anyway. It's all worthless. And if they go to the Fed, like they did in October of 2008, if they go to the Treasury and they're getting a wall of paper, but this only increases the inflation and the price of the silver, which is causing damage on their balance sheet because they are short the silver. Every time the silver goes up $1, they've got millions and millions more liabilities on their balance sheet. They never anticipated that campaign that was launched on your show on November 11th. Silver was 26.5. They never anticipated.
Well, I don't want credit for devastating moves. We'll just give it all to you, Max.
Well, it launched on your show, and it caught fire, and they never anticipated that. In other words, they've got analysts who try to put pencil to paper and figure out the risk of owning all of them.
No, they've got Google, predictive, futuristic modeling systems, but they can't gauge the organic, explosive, info war attack paradigm. That's
right. That was not calculated on their risk analysis, and they've been playing catch-up ever since. And it just gets worse and worse every single day. And the Von Notehouse spectacle, to me, is a clear indication that we've totally won this war, because they're going after numbnuts, nobody, with a silver Liberty coin to try to attack this guy to get a measly $7 million of silver to cover their,
Well, they're really doing it to scare. Position. They're doing it to scare people that are holding silver and gold, and to teach juries that silver and gold is illegal, even when it's not.
Yeah, I'm really scared. I just bought another 1,000 ounces. That's how scared I am, Alex. Okay? That's how freaking scared I am. Anyone who's listening to me right now is saying they're laughing and they're buying more because they love to win. Now we got them.
No, it's time to call their bluff. And as a British naval lord once said, "Damn the torpedoes, go straight at them."
Damn the tuxedos. Let's go straight to the cocktail bar. They're out there. We got them. I mean, this is the best news we could have had. Is this spectacle of these coming out and going after this guy after $7 million of silver? I mean, how fantastic is that? How piddling? How corrupt? It's like you pull back the curtain. It's the Wizard of Oz. It's just a little old crumpled Jamie Dimon and his bag full of paper money. He's nothing.
No, I agree. I mean, these bankers are ugly little hunchback men in $5,000 suits scrabbling around, just like Ken Lay, just like Bernie Madoff. They're sacks of criminal, maggot-filled pus, and all we've got to do is be red-blooded and let them hear our war growl of information. We're coming for you, New World Order. We've got history and destiny on our side. You may have taught some people that you're invincible with your little con man bluff, but it doesn't work on a lot of us, and we're coming for you. Let me hear your war growl, Max. Yeah! Let me hear it.
Google bomb. Launch the Google bomb.
Let me hear your war growl. Let me hear.
Pull the trigger, Alex. Silver Liberation Army. Launch the Google bomb.
All right. Well, here's the problem. Their algorithm's starting to defeat us on that. Have you launched an article that has Silver Liberation Army in the headline?
It's on my site right now, maxkeiser.com.
Okay, so we'll see if we can do this at the end of the show. It's harder at the end. Silver Liberation Army. Hit them hard, folks. Silver Liberation Army. Hit them hard. 3 words into Google over and over and over again. We normally always succeeded. They now have algorithms trying to block us. Silver Liberation Army. And we'll clone his article at Infowars.com right now. Tell the guys or the gals. And everybody else clone his article at your site. Silver Liberation Army. You do have an article about this.
It's on my site, maxkeiser.com.
Well done, Lord Keiser. So
it's fantastic, Alex. I got to tell you, this is going to be a major win, and then we're just going to go win, win, win. I predict, the Ron Paul.
I want to hear your war. I want to hear that in a minute, but I want to hear your war growl. Yeah! Yeah!
The lights are going out all over the neighborhood.
Ooh, yeah! Ooh, yeah! Ha ha! Yeah!
Everybody's on the street. They're screaming.
Everybody, let's hear your war growl. Everybody across. I want to hear the studio. Ah! Yeah! 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 They're spoiling for a fight, and nothing on earth's going to stop them. All right, Civil Liberation Army, 3 words, Civil Liberation Army, Civil Liberation Army, Civil Liberation Army, Civil Liberation Army, attack Delta, and then add a bunch of sub-articles and plump links. You were going to say something about Ron Paul. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the thing is, I think he's going to be nominated for this 2012 election. I think he's got the momentum. He's got the right message. It's his time. And he's going after these guys, and I'm a big supporter. You know, the guy has got it. This is his year. I really believe it. I think Obama's got nothing. He was, as you pointed out in the Obama deception, he's just an empty suit. He's got nothing. And the inflation skyrocketing. People are buying, $12 for a bag of tomatoes. I mean, it's ridiculous. And they know exactly what the problem is. These banksters in the Fed. And that's Ron Paul's, that's where he's going after. He's going after the problem. So this is what's happening, and I think he's going to do really, really well.
Absolutely. And, the system is horrified of Ron Paul, but they can't kill an idea. Ideas are bulletproof.
Well, supposedly tomorrow he's doing an address in front of Congress. I think he talked about it. And he's going to start talking more and more about precious metals, gold and silver, as their role in a sound economy and in rebuilding the American economy. And this, of course, if they come back and they have to go back to a gold standard, because the debts are so high, because they've got hundreds of trillions of dollars in debt, the way to go back to a Bretton Woods-style gold-backed currency, you'd have to mark the price of gold up to a minimum of $7,000 an ounce. A minimum of $7,000.
Stay there. Let's talk about, Ron Paul took the gloves off yesterday, hardcore against the New World Order, global government. They've engineered it. Hardcore yesterday. He's taking the gloves off. We all got to do it. It's now time to get serious and put your war face on, ladies and gentlemen, and gut up, okay? Because the globalists aren't going to give us quarter. We got to go in against them right now. It's InfoWar. We'll be right back with Max Keiser. I'm Alex Jones.
9 years, thousands of clients worldwide, amazing results. And here's more proof of the effectiveness of how Heart and Body Extract supports good circulation and healthy arterial flow.
My name is Crystal. I'm a 45-year-old and live in Houston, Texas. I was diagnosed with having mitral valve prolapse 10 years ago. My cardiologist said surgery and drugs was the only thing he could offer me.
What did Crystal do?
I ordered Heart and Body Extract in August 2006. When I first took my first 15 drops, I embraced the formula and could even feel the goodness of the formula starting to work.
Clean, clear arteries are happy arteries after using Heart and Body Extract. Learn more at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. That's hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. HB Extract comes with a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. The earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear disaster that killed thousands of Japanese citizens is nothing compared to the devastation that could be caused by hyperinflation that will soon hit the United States and could lead to millions of Americans becoming homeless, all caused by the devalued U.S. dollar. While the mainstream media continues to ignore inflation, our friends at the National Inflation Association provide a free weekly newsletter that educates Americans to the facts and truth about the U.S. economy and inflation. I urge you to sign up at the NIA's free newsletter at www.inflation.us to learn how you can not only survive, but prosper during the upcoming hyperinflation crisis. Silver has more than doubled since the NIA declared silver the best investment for the next decade on inflation.us. The NIA's team of expert economists are happy to answer any economic questions you have about inflation, debt, currencies, real estate, precious metals, and commodities. Visit inflation.us to learn the economic truth that the mainstream media ignores.
The largest part of gaining radiant health is detoxification. You can drink ionized water, cleanse your intestines, eat a perfect diet, and even take lots of quality supplements, and in many instances only make minimal progress. What is the key to detoxifying your body of mercury, heavy metals, chemicals, and drugs? It is glutathione. Glutathione is the master antioxidant used to detoxify your entire body. It stops free radicals, keeps cells young, and reduces inflammation. One World Whey protein powder may be able to raise your glutathione production by 64% or more. One World Whey is more effective than any other whey protein powder on the market because it is unheated and from grass-fed cows. All other, quote, cold processed whey protein powders have been heated and damaged by 15% or more. One World Whey comes in 3 delicious flavors. Call 888 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com. That's oneworldwhey.com.
Okay, Max has got actually a little blurb video up about the Silver Liberation Army. He's going to get a little article out soon. We'll get it up at InfoWars and Prison Planet so that when you search Silver Liberation Army, when people see it listed on Google News and all the media checks that daily for trends, then they'll know what we're talking about. But very, very exciting. Getting back to Ron Paul, he has clearly taken the gloves off and is going to be exposing what's going on at the Mint, how they're not allowing enough for supply. We see the paper price of silver and gold being way below what it really is in the market. I mean, slowly but surely, the globalist time is running out. More comments on Ron Paul and when you really think they're going to default on the COMEX.
Well, yeah, as you point out, the game for the silver market for years, because silver doesn't pay any interest. This is how the whole thing got started. They would short silver and buy back cheaper. And then the federal government would allow them to do so by leasing them out precious metals. And this is the way the investment banks and the broker-dealers could make up maybe 1 or 2% a year on silver and gold, which don't pay any interest. But what's happened over the past 10 or 15 years is that the amount that they've sold short has mushroomed and ballooned. And with interest rates at 0%, their ability to borrow money from the Fed and other sources at 0% means that they can expand that silver short position to where it is astronomically large. And this is where the unexpected thing happened, the black swan event, where people said, you know what, we're going to take physical delivery, thus forcing you to buy that silver in the open market. And once that ball got rolling, it started to get faster and faster down the mountain of price appreciation. And right now with silver just under $40 a share, you've got this outrageous kleptomaniac J.P. Morgan and friends trying to go after poor Bernie von Nothaus and his $7 million of silver, which is clearly just a way to get some physical in-house to offset their huge short position. But it's such a piddling sum, and their problem is so huge that it's laughable, and it's only going to inspire people like myself and everyone around the world to keep buying physical silver to make the situation worse and worse and worse. And the more you do, the higher the price is going to go. Once it gets past the old 1980 Hunt Brothers $50 a price level, that there's no resistance. This is the technical term. There's no sellers. There's nobody selling it that anymore because no one's ever owned it that high. So then you see a gap go from 50. You can see a gap do a straight shot up to 75. And that's what the traders, the professional traders, are banking on now. They get it past that J.P. Morgan price. J.P. Morgan throws in the towel and starts to buy in the open market, just like that movie Trading Places, if you remember it, with from 20 years ago. There was that huge swing in the marketplace. J.P. Morgan are the losers. They have to go into the market and buy it in the open market, which is only going to catapult the price into the triple figures. It's almost comical because it's going to be such a spectacular fireworks because it's been cheap for 20 years, artificially cheap. So the genie's out of the bottle. Meanwhile, if you own it, you're getting wealthier and the banks are getting poorer. That's the beautiful thing. They stole our wealth. Now we're taking it back through the mechanism of silver.
Well, you're absolutely right, and I am seeing the trolls and the George Soros people go all out against Ron Paul right now with their Pentagon robot fake posts. So people better get ready and pray for Ron Paul and pray for everybody else that's in this fight. Pray for me, please, Max Keiser, everybody else, because this is a very serious time to be alive. And we've got some gallows humor here, but this is not a joke at the end of the day. This is very, very serious time we're in. Max, what's your ETA on having that Silver Liberation Army article out?
Like 10 minutes.
Well, take your time. It'll take a few hours for this to go to #1, and it's up to the listeners out there. 3 words, put it in Google over and over again, hit enter over and over again. I'll do it after the show here in a minute. Silver Liberation Army. We'll see you back live tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central. More informative, big guests tomorrow, right through Friday. You thought Ventura was big, Ron Paul, Max Keiser. We got even more for you, bringing you the #1 most informative guests and analysis and information. Max Keiser, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yes, Alex. Thank you.
All right, retransmission starts now with Lindsey Williams at Infowars.com. God bless you all.
Thank you for listening to GCN.